Okay folks, I'm going to tackle the shrimp fly pattern. Now I was asked recently there on social media to tie a Scottish shrimp fly pattern. Now this is a shrimp fly pattern that's in the Irish Stade, but it is from Scotland and it was first devised by Davy McPhail, and it's just going to be a slight variant on the fly called the black and orange shrimp. So the hook I have on the vise is a size 10 Partridge Patriot double. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is Unithread 80 in red. So simply just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook, knock on a few turns, remove the waist tag. Now the tag and the rib on the fly is going to be an oval gold tinsel in small. So it's going to come in after this underneath. A couple of turns to secure. Now keep your thread tight. Bring your oval gold tinsel underneath the shank of the hook, and then just run your thread down, tying it in. Now, just bring it all down. Take to bring the thread down till near the point of the hook or slightly past it, and then I'll just come around with 4 turns of the oval gold tinsel, and on the last turn bring it up and in between the hooks just locks in your tag. A couple of turns to secure that in, and then come in and just trim away the excess. Now the tail on the fly, this is what probably makes it a variant, is I'm going to use a dyed red golden pheasant breast feather. There's no natural ones left, so the wee skin on the natural ones picked dry, so I've just taken all the rubbish away at the bottom, and then just come in and stroke the fibres back to reveal your tip. And just after this up to the hook, come in with a turn to hold, a turn to secure. Now that's the hackle effectively tied in. Just to make it a wee bit stronger, just fold your tip back, bring your thread turns back up over the tip and the hackle. Now I like to bring my thread out of the way, just give me room to work, keeping a hold of the tip. Just come in, trim it away, and then just stroke back the fibres. Now you can pick a shorter length in a fibre, but I like a good length and a tail on a shrimp pattern. So just come in, just one turn in front of the other. Now, I'm going to use up the whole feather, so don't worry if it wraps round, it's grand, just concentrate on getting the feather onto the hook to there. Back down with your thread turns, getting them into position, keeping a hold of the stem. Come round with your thread, one turn to hold, and just secure it in. Now we don't need to be too fussy, the body's going to be dubbed. I'm just going to run it up the halfway point to there, break away the stem. Then just come in with an old brush, just brush out the fibres that you've caught in. Just brushing it out. Just get the tail sitting nice. Sometimes you like to have your shrimp patterns with short tails and long tails. Just a wee variation. Now on the way back down, I'm going to tie in another length of the oval gold tinsel for the rib. Just going to offer this underneath the hook again. Just come around with a couple of turns, bring it in underneath, and run my thread down, tie it up against the tail to there. Now the front or the rear body, sorry, is hot orange seals fur, and I'm going to use the hot orange seals fur out of the Genuine Seals Fur dispenser box number 2. So that's it there, the hot orange. So I'm just going to take a wee bit out of the box here, get us going, and just get your seals fur, get your thread, just dub it on. Now just remember, just take your dubbing the one way, you don't need too much, just dub it on nice and tight, slide it up, and just bring up your seals fur. First half of the body, right, you tighten up, just up to there. Anything that's going forward, just come in and stroke it back, bring your thread in front. Then you can bring up your rib. You're probably looking 3 turns on the body to there, the rear body. Come across with your thread. A couple of turns will catch in the tinsel, the oval gold tinsel, and then just come in and nip away your excess. Now, I just like to come in just with my Velcro. I want to bring in a wee bit of the dubbing out. No point in putting dubbing on the flies if you're not going to brush a wee bit out, in my opinion. So just bring my thread into position. Now, not looking too bad. The mid haggle is an orange, just a bright orange Chinese cock haggle. So I'm just going to stroke the fibres back to reveal the tip. Staff it up to the hook, 1 turn to hold, another turn to secure, fold back the tip. Just tie up over the tip on the haggle. Then come in and break away the tip. Now I'm just going to come in with my scissors. Just stroke back the fibres on the haggle. Then we're just looking 1 turn in front of the other. Now the turns on the fly are up to yourself. It's your fly. It's usually dictated by the quality of the feather that you're winding. That's going to be enough for me there, so I think that was 3 turns that I have put in, so that's plenty for me. I'll follow it around with my thread, get just nice tight turns now into the stem, right into the stem with the feather. Now if I keep my thread tight and just break that away, I'm going to run my thread up the second part of the body. Now just come in with a brush just to brush out the haggle. Now on the way back down, I'm going to tie in another length of oval gold tinsel in small. Just going to offer it in underneath again, a couple of tight turns, offer it underneath the hook, and just run your thread down, tying it in now. I'm going to bring my thread down, tight up against the mid haggle. There, front body, black seal's fur. It's just genuine black seal's fur. So just get that dubbed on. Don't need too much again. Slide it up. Turn around onto the hook to hold. Then you can bring up your dubbing to there. Now just come back. Just a wee bit too much on, so take that off. Just don't want to create much bulk. Now, and then it's going forward, just stroke it back. Then come in with your oval gold tinsel. You're looking 3 turns on the front part of the body, just like the rear, up to there. Follow it across with your thread, around with a couple of turns to secure, and then you can come in and trim away the excess of the oval gold tinsel. Now I'm just going to come in with my Velcro again, just hold back the haggle, watch your thread. Velcro touches that, it'll bust your thread. So I'm just looking to bring out a wee bit, just bring it into the fly. Just gives the fly a wee bit of life, I think. Yeah, that's in my opinion. So I'm just stroking it back, bringing it back. Now you can put your jungle cock on at this point. If you like it like that, do it. I don't, so I'm going to put my haggle on first, and it's a badger haggle, just a silver badger haggle at the front. So just stroking back the tips, or the fibres, sorry, to reveal the tip. Just going to offer the tip up to the hook, 1 turn to hold, another turn to secure, fold back the tip. Just bring your thread back up over the tip and the haggle. Then you can come in and locate your tip, you can break it away. Then I'm just going to come in with my scissors. Just stroke back the fibres on the stem. Then you're just looking 1 turn in front of the other. Now in terms of haggle, like I say, for the middle one, it's entirely up to you. Right, that's 1 now. I'm just going to put another 1 in, because the fibres are quite good on this haggle. So that's 2. Now I'm just going to hold the stem, follow it around with my thread, 1 turn in to hold, and a couple of turns to secure. Now I'm just going to come in and trim the haggle away. And I think just stroke it back, and then it's going forward. Just bring my thread to the front and up over the stem, just tying it in. Just tying everything in. Now you can come in with your jungle cock. 2 jungle cock eyes here. Just want to get them lined up the best I can on my hand. Stroking back the fibres. I'm not stripping it off. Just stroking the fibres back. Just looking to get a tan in point. Just to make it clear. And after this up to the hook. And then just come around and fold them on the sides. And then just come around with a couple of loose turns. Nothing tight. Just nice and loose. To see what way they're sitting. Right. This one here is just a wee tad too long, so I'm just going to pull it in. Just make sure you're happy before you secure these in, because if you're not and you get to the river and you see that the jungle cock aren't correct, you'll not face the fly. Well, no, I wouldn't. So just checking, one more check just before tying them in. Okay, happy with that. Just going to take my thread, turns down nice and tight onto the stems, and then I'm going to fold the stems of the jungle cock back. So just come in, just push them all back, push the 2 of them back, bring my thread to the front, then just bring the thread up over the top of the stems of the jungle cock. Right. Just make sure you're tying these in. Just means that they have to break off, can't pull out. Now, if I keep my thread tight and come in and just break away the stems, and if you can do that, just gives you a far cleaner cut on the jungle cock. Now, keeping the thread tight, just going to come in with my whip finishing tool and just throw in a whip finish, just to finish off. Pull the thread tight, come in with my scissors, trim away the thread. Now, just come in. You can put some varnish on. If you don't like super glue, don't use it, but I'm just going to come in and put some super glue onto the head. Nowhere else, just on the head. You don't want this gear going anywhere else. Don't want it going into the hackles. Just on the head. And then once that's dry, I'll come in and put a couple of coats of varnish on. So there you go, guys. That's the orange and black, or black and orange, sorry, shrimp that was first tied by, or devised by Davy McPhail. Now, the only difference is I've used dyed red, golden pheasant, breast feather at the back. The rest of the pattern is from the tan that from the book that I've just read. So look, give the fly a wee go. You can't go wrong with them coloured combinations in relation to orange and black, and hopefully it can get you a few fish.